Hello everyone, my name is Curtis. Today, just want to give my quick thoughts on the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 17 trailer. Before I get into the review, I do want to discuss the cast really quickly because we actually have 8 peaches this season. So the cast includes the following people. We have Portia, we have Phaedra, we have Angela, we have Drew, we have Kelly, we have Shamia, we have Pinky, and we also have K. Michelle. I'm going to be honest with you all, I did not expect Kelly to come back this season, and the reason why is because I felt like her individual storyline last season wasn't really that strong. And when I say it's not that strong, I'm not trying to diminish what she was going through. I know that she was trying to open up restaurants. I know that she was, a single mother. And also I know that she experienced domestic violence. And so I'm not trying to take away from what she went through, but I'm just saying what they showed us on screen, I just did not feel like it was strong enough to bring her back this season. And then also when it comes to Drew, I was surprised that she was coming back because she got her divorce from Ralph, right? And so ever since she has been on the show, that has pretty much been her storyline. So I felt like with that being over, they were just going to get rid of her, but she is back. So you know what? Good for both of them. Now, in regards to the trailer, it actually started out on a strange note. I heard something I never heard before. And so we see Pinky, we see K. Michelle, we see Cynthia. They're sitting down having a conversation. K. Michelle says she can't trust a lawyer. I guess she's referring to Phaedra, who doesn't practice law. And then Pinky says she doesn't trust anybody that eats dead people. And I was like, eat dead people? What is she talking about? Like, in the trailer, we can see that, Phaedra was reacting to it. Like, I eat dead people. So I'm like, what exactly happened throughout the season that makes her believe that Phaedra eats dead people? Or what did she say in the past that makes her believe that she eats dead people? I need more information about that. We then see Angela and Portia. Angela asks Portia if she is going around telling people that Kelly is sleeping with married men. Portia's like, oh, so she's spreading her own tea, so I don't even have to go to people and let them know because she's telling it for me. And so Angela just laughs. And so I started thinking back to the beginning of last season. So I believe it was the first 2 episodes. Kelly was asking Portia if she stole, Simon from old girl. And so I'm like, okay, I guess Portia is trying to get revenge. So Portia is somebody who clearly she doesn't forget. Like she remembers what happened last season, even though they may have tried to like move on. She's like, you know what, I still remember that shit that you said. So now she's going around allegedly spreading rumors that she is sleeping with married men. We then see Angela and Pinky going back and forth. Pinky tells Angela that she should have purchased one of Angela's foreclosed houses, and then Angela calls her Papa Smurf, which I did think was kind of funny. But speaking of foreclosed houses, I'm not sure if you all saw, but Pinky's house actually got seized by a creditor, but she was able to successfully get it back because apparently they were not allowed to do that based off of the bankruptcy that she filed. So she did file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and so she was able to get the property back, so good for her. After this, we see Portia. She's walking with the man. She says that he's over 6 feet. And then we see her with a woman named Sway. And so I was a little confused here because I'm like, okay, is she going to be going back and forth between a man and a woman? Is she going to be exploring bisexuality? Or is it a situation where Bravo just kind of edited it to make it seem like she's going to be doing that, but she's really just focused on a woman and she's just exploring being a lesbian? I am looking forward to see how that plays out. Next, we see K. Michelle, which I was surprised when I first heard that she was coming on the show. I did see her on Love and Hip Hop ATL. I saw her on Love and Hip Hop New York, and also I saw her on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And so, based off of what I saw in those shows, I did not feel like it matched what we saw on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I was like, this is going to be quite interesting, but I am very optimistic. She's a grown woman. She knows how to behave. She knows how to conduct herself. And also, she knows how to make good TV. So I feel like it can work out. But in her trailer, we see that she's talking about being signed to a major deal. So she is signed to a country label. And so she's talking about how, being a black woman at the country label, it is very hard. And so she's just, trying to navigate that. And also we find out that she's married to a doctor. In the next clip, we see Shamia, who looks really beautiful, by the way. And she's talking to her husband. She says that at this point in her life, she wants to own her own things, which is completely understandable. But when it comes to Shamia, I will say I was actually kind of surprised that she made it back as well. Not because I felt like Bravo was going to fire her, but because I felt like she was just going to leave. Because, when it came to the reunion last year, she had a terrible reunion. I actually reviewed the reunion, and I was just like, oh, Shamia, you were falling apart. Like, she was on the reunions before, but she was just a friend of. And so I guess she did not really expect it to be as much as it was because she was crumbling, she fell apart. And she made a video, I believe, after a reunion, and it just seemed like she wasn't coming back. But she is back, so you know what? Hopefully she has a better season. In the next clip, we see Portia, we see K. Michelle, we see Kelly. They're sitting down having a conversation. Portia is basically grilling Kelly about if she had slept with a married man. Kelly was like, absolutely not. I did not sleep with a married man. Portia was like, okay. K. Michelle was just looking like, ooh, what's the tea, right? And so when we go to the next clip, we see Angela asking Drew about Black. So if you all remember in the last season, Black was mentioned because I believe Portia said that Drew was having an affair with Black. And so now he's on the show. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. And speaking of Black, K. Michelle did say that Black was in her DM. But something that I want everybody to keep in mind is that when it comes to Bravo, when it comes to Housewives shows, the way that they edit these trailers, they pretty much slice up these scenes, right? And so they may have been talking about Black in the scene, and then also they may have been talking about somebody being in the DM, and they may have just clipped it together to make it seem like it was all within one sentence, but it may have been completely different. She may have been talking about somebody else, but she mentioned the DM, but she just happened to talk about Black, so I'm not going to put too much stock into that. After this, we see a clip of Drew and K. Michelle getting into it, and so it's getting really heated, like they have to be held back. And so I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what did Drew say to K. Michelle to make her react that way? What did K. Michelle say to Drew to make her react that way? Like, what is going on that they have to be held back? Like, K. Michelle, she got up, she had to be thrown back into her chair. So I'm like, what exactly happened that led up to all of this? And then lastly, we see that Portia and Kelly are getting into it, which I mean, I think we all know why. Portia is grilling Kelly about she's sleeping with married men. Kelly already believes that Portia steals people's husbands. And so it's just pretty much coming to a conclusion at this point. And so I am looking forward to see how that plays out. I mean, I do not want it to get physical, of course. I mean, because with Portia, I feel like she's been in enough fights. We don't need her to get into any more fights. I feel like if Portia gets into one more fight, they're probably going to fire her. So I don't want her to get into any physical altercation, but I do look forward to the argument. And that's everything that I have. I do want to thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you could, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be great. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.